Hi, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and I gotta tell you, I love life. But when I'm not being a husband, a father, grandfather, an author, or a practicing chiropractor, I'm the host of the television show, Loving Life with Dr. Tim Weir. I love to cook. I love to travel. I like to spend time with people who do what they love and love what they do. Join me and my guests for the next 30 minutes as we help you discover how to love life. You know, one of my favorite places is the town of Wake Forest. Love it. Great family type atmosphere, and yet a very entrepreneurial area. So I'm with Ann Welton today from Wake Forest Chamber of
Thank you
Commerce.
for having me.
Good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
So let's talk about this little town called Wake Forest. It's not a sleepy little town anymore like it used to be.
It certainly is not. The current statistics are 6 people a day move into Wake Forest. So that's a little hard to believe, but it's true if you see all the growth around. So
It's huge.
It is huge.
Because there's new food line, new all these grocery stores and all this stuff moving. Wow.
Absolutely. It's an exciting time to be here.
Well, you know, I've always said if it's not growing, it's dying.
And that's a true story, yeah.
So here we got a great little economy going, a lot of life. So a couple of things we were talking about even before we got on camera is what are some things that people can do in Wake Forest that the Chamber is actually a part of?
Well, we're doing a lot of really exciting programming, especially around entrepreneurial efforts. You know, we're a chamber, so our job is to support business. And we're finding that, and it's true, the economic engine that really drives the United States are small business.
Absolutely.
So how we can help, we feel, in many ways, is to support entrepreneurs who are just trying to get started. So we're just launching, a program called Launch Wake Forest. We're teaming with the Rotary Club of Wake Forest. They're really driving this, along with Wake Tech in the town of Wake Forest. And we're doing a 2-month entrepreneurial training class. We've accepted 21 students into the class, and when they finish the program, they'll be assigned mentors from the business community who will stay with them for up to 6 months.
Wow.
But they'll be trained on everything from how to write a business plan, how to do a marketing plan, making sure their cash flow is correct, all those sorts of things. And then at the same time, interestingly enough, we're teaming with the other Wake Forest area Rotary Club, the Wakefield Club, and several people in that group are doing a program called Accelerate Wake Forest, which is like, have you ever seen the show on television, Shark Tank? It's very much like that. They've added or got together a group of angel investors, and then people will be able to do a pitch to them, and we'll be able to pair up entrepreneurs with investors if they need financing.
I thought you were going to say you got a group of mean people.
No, these are actually really nice people.
Oh, okay.
They have deep pockets, and
Yeah.
they're looking to invest in the next great idea. So between both of those programs, we're helping to train entrepreneurs and then help them get the financing they may need to launch something.
You know, I was with Doug Pierce
Yeah.
just a week ago, and we were talking about some of this stuff. And I'm telling you, your program is so vital, so needed, because some people think, well, I got an idea, I'm just going to do it. But it doesn't work. You got to have some stuff behind you.
Absolutely. And you know, there are a lot of great ideas that just never get off the ground because they just missed that, didn't really know how to approach one part of business or the other. So
Right.
between the training and then offering help with the financing, I think we're going to see some really exciting things this spring and summer.
I thought an interesting thing he said last week was most businesses fail because they're underfunded. And here you are with a program that's going to help with that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm very excited to see the results, and the Chamber's so pleased to be able to partner, you know, with these other community organizations, because as an entire town, we're all working hard to just keep things as great as they are here.
You know, again, one of my favorite people is Mayor Vivian.
Yes.
Wow.
She's been on this committee with me for Launch Wake Forest.
What an amazing person.
She is a fantastic leader. I'm so proud that
Yeah.
we've got her, and I'm glad to call her my friend. I
Oh
really
my
like
God,
that.
she's amazing because she understands the entrepreneurial part of life.
Yes, she's a visionary. Absolutely, absolutely.
So,
She's been a big supporter.
So let me ask you this. How, somebody who's watching here, how can they become involved in this program?
We are about to launch, well, the program that's called Launch Wake Forest, the applicants have already been selected for this year. We had so much interest, we will definitely do it again next year.
Wow.
The Accelerate Wake Forest, which is the Shark Tank-like program, the applications are just being sent out. So anyone who's interested in, if you've already got a pitch, you got an idea, all the specifics are in the application, and the actual event will be in May, where they'll go and present to this group of investors. So the best thing to do would be to get in touch with me, Ann Welton at the Chamber, and I can make sure that someone gets the application.
So we're going to put your website,
Okay.
information right about here.
Perfect.
Not here,
No.
right here.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, right there.
Perfect.
And so people can get it, because people want to know.
Yeah, absolutely. We want great applications to come in. This is the whole point of this, is to find people we can help.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
It's very exciting.
it is very exciting. The Chamber's doing a lot of very exciting things.
I love it.
Yes. We've got a great program going on right now called Think Chamber, where we're really encouraging both Chamber members and the whole community to start your search for a business at the Wake Forest Chamber's website. We have the best quality and just the best members, best business people tend to be members of the Chamber. Uptone Pictures is a great member of the Chamber, and so we're really encouraging people to support the businesses that are supporting the community, and it just makes for a win-win situation for everyone. So, and it also, instead of going to Google and searching for a plumber, and you're going to get a search result of 45,000, if you go to the Chamber's website and search for a plumber, you're going to be assured of a good quality service, a much shorter list to choose from, and you're supporting our community that way as well. So,
Which is really important.
Yes.
You know, I love local. Where's we got Chad's popcorn still up here. Eat local, buy local. And I always tell people it might be a little bit more, but it's going to mean your city's economy is going to be a whole lot better.
Well, absolutely. And the way we look at it is we have a very strong chamber, and we support our small businesses primarily. They hire people. That puts money in their pockets. They spend it in another local business. They're able to hire more people. They're able to buy services from another local business. And it just creates this very, very positive economic change for the town.
Is that what they call success?
I think that is a good way to define success. Absolutely.
It was awesome to have you.
Thank you so much for inviting
all
me.
you're doing.
Absolutely.
Listen, go to the website, check it out. That might be you. Don't change the channel. I think we've got more coming up.
Don't miss the 39th annual Meet in the Street Festival on Saturday, May 4th from 10 to 4 in historic downtown Wake Forest. Visit dozens of arts and crafts booths. Listen to live music all day. Enjoy all kinds of food trucks. Bring the kids to the Children's Village. Marvel at the BMX Stunt Bike Show. And best of all, meet your friends and neighbors at one of the region's premier spring festivals. Presented by the Wake Forest Chamber of Commerce.
Having trouble sleeping at night? Do you toss and turn all night? Do you have leg or muscle pain? Dr. Tim Ware's Relax Formula is an all-natural supplement with no additives or preservative. It's a unique combination of vitamins and minerals that allows the body to get a deep sleep. Here's what real people are saying about Relax. Since I've been using Relax, I don't have any severe muscle aches to speak of, like I usually do. The Relax didn't knock me out. I just got very relaxed and drifted off.
I hear this every single day. Dr. Weir, I'm having trouble sleeping. So I came up with this formula. I call it Dr. Weir's Relax Formula. Now here's the side effect to this. You're gonna sleep so soundly. You're gonna notice a change in muscle aches, and immediately when you drink this, it begins to absorb. Do yourself a favor and order some today. RelaxFormula.com.
Are you always digging through a drawer full of tools? Well, now there's a simple solution. The amazing Kelvin 23. With 23 tools in one, you can tackle hundreds of everyday jobs, hang pictures, assemble furniture. You'll never run out of reasons to use your Kelvin 23. Super tough and lightweight. The driver locks at 90 degrees for extra torque, has a powerful magnet for loose screws, and a flashlight. So don't wait. Get your Kelvin 23 now. Call now, and we'll throw in this durable canvas pouch. Only $29.99 for 23 tools in one.
How would the world did this come about?
So it's a good question, and it's a good story because, whenever someone hears that you own a brewery, why did you do a brewery? And they think, did you always love beer? Is this your hobby? Did your dad drown in a vat of beer? Was this your lifelong dream? And sadly, none of that is true for us. This was a little bit of a different thing. This whole vision, what we saw here, was a result of just wanting to do something fun, to do something different, do something neat. You mentioned the downtown Wake Forest here. We always thought downtown Wake Forest was a great little place, kind of a little secret, a little gem.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do something that we thought would be fun. And at first we thought of a restaurant, but anybody I've ever known that's owned a restaurant said, do not do that. So we started thinking about, well, what else would be a fun gathering spot? Where would people like to come hang out, meet with their friends? And we decided to do a brewery. And you can see we kind of did it a little different, Tim. We're not a brew pub, so there's no kitchen.
Right.
But we have the factory right here in the tap room, and you're standing or leaning on the only dividing wall that there is. There's no glass, this is the production facility, and then of course over here is the tap room where folks can enjoy each other's company. And that was it, and we just set about to make a neat, fun thing.
Wow.
So let me show you right here. I'm going to show you a little bit about what this looks like. So this would be some of the grain, Tim, and you can kind of see, reach down in here, and
Well, look at that, yeah.
it just looks like grass seed.
Exactly.
And inside of here, where it starts is, the first thing we need to do is crush that up a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's when we crush it up. That happens in a room in the back, the grain room, and you can see that white pipe. The process
Yep.
for us starts right in there. It all gets dumped in this hopper.
Okay.
And come on in here and follow me and I'll show you. So the first step would be, after the grain is crushed, it's going to dump into here. This is called the mash tun. We're going to drop the grain into here, and we're going to mix it with hot water that we make in that tank right there.
Okay.
And it's going to sit in there. And that hot water is going to start to pull out some sugar. It's going to pull some sugar out of the grain, and that's really what we're after. After it soaks for a bit, we're going to take this sugar water, the wort as it's called, and we're going to move it over here to this kettle.
Okay.
Once it moves over there, that's where we're going to boil it. We're going to take that wort and we're going to boil it down. We're going to kill anything that might be in it. We're going to add some hops, and then that's where the magic is going to start to happen with the wort. By the way, when this is done, when this grain is done, this is it. This is a batch that we've just completed. This is called spent grain, and you can see how it has been crushed up and soaked with water. And then, so we've rinsed all the sugars out of these. Now, while all the sugar is gone, there's a lot of proteins left in this. There's a lot of bulk, and it's very moist. This goes right back into a local farmer. He uses this as feed for his cattle. A lot of breweries do that, so it's a kind of a green way to dispose of this kind of waste. A lot of people ask, well, do the cows get drunk? No, at this point, we have not made any alcohol.
Yeah.
It's just sugar water.
They are happy cows.
They are happy cows, that's right. These are some of the different hops that we use, and I just wanted to kind of give you a look at what a hop is. Hops on the vine look like little bitty, yes, it looks like that, like a rabbit. A hop on the vine, a natural hop, looks like a little bitty pine cone. But we need to be a little more consistent than that. This bag is sealed up. Let me get another one. I'll show you what they look like when we get them. They look like rabbit
goodness,
food,
yeah.
little pellets. And if you go ahead and smell that, very strong, very pungent. And each of these different hops, all these are different flavors, and you can see them all spread around here. They're all in these boxes. Each one has a different flavor and a different thing that it will do to the beer, different elements. And so it's really kind of fun. It's a lot like cooking, more ingredients to play with.
So that's the different flavors of beer come from the different grains, the different hops, and all of it put together.
That's exactly correct. And the hops also add the bitterness of beer. Without the hops, the beer would be way too sweet to drink. It would be terrible without it. So the hops add the bitterness and a lot of the flavoring. That's exactly right.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
Hey, can you imagine having a project that you're doing just because it's fun? Wow, what an amazing story. He's done some amazing things in Wake Forest. You need to check that place out. Don't change your channel because we got a whole lot more coming your way.
Dr. Tim Weir wants people like you to enjoy life to the fullest, and he has written several books. These down-to-earth, easy-to-read resources will help you love life. For example, You're Not Crazy, An Overcomer's Guide to Fibromyalgia. This book has helped hundreds of people. Or How to Reboot Your Brain When Drugs and Therapy Have Not Worked. This amazing book will help you or a loved one retrain the brain. Wake Up and Dream is a wake-up call so you don't sleep through life. Go to www.drtimweir.com and order your copy today.
Having trouble sleeping at night? Do you toss and turn all night? Do you have leg or muscle pain? Dr. Tim Weir's Relax Formula is an all-natural supplement with no additives or preservative. It's a unique combination of vitamins and minerals that allows the body to get a deep sleep. Here's what real people are saying about Relax. Since I've been using Relax, I don't have any severe muscle aches to speak of, like I usually do. The Relax didn't knock me out. I just got very relaxed and drifted off.
I hear this every single day. Dr. Weir, I'm having trouble sleeping. So I came up with this formula. I call it Dr. Weir's Relax Formula. Now here's the side effect to this. You're gonna sleep so soundly. You're gonna notice a change in muscle aches, and immediately when you drink this, it begins to absorb. Do yourself a favor and order some today. RelaxFormula.com. Hey, this morning we're with Suzanne Lucy at a place called
Page 158 Books.
Page 158 Books. First of all, I got to find out where that name came from.
I like to tell people different stories about it. One is my IQ, and when I met Gloria Steinem, she actually asked where it was from, and then I told her it was my IQ, and she laughed. I said, "You don't even know me."
Oh, did you slap
But after,
her?
no.
Oh, you should.
I was like, I'm meeting Gloria Steinem.
Oh.
But it's actually, we had a friend, Andy Ellis, who has a marketing firm, and he came up with the name. It's just our address from the previous place we were at.
The first store?
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. But
That's really
I like
cool.
to talk about little different stories that I have. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So basically, in a time and space where there's so much internet, so much electronic media, I think this is the most refreshing thing I've seen in a long time.
And I think a lot of people agree with you because our sales keep going up as well
Oh.
as all the independent bookstores. So
It's crazy.
yeah, it is. People need it, and the more you see the research on any time you're on your phone or a Kindle or anything like that, it kind of changes your brainwaves. And kids are being diagnosed with ADD more, and it's not because they have ADD; they just can't get the concentration levels, and that's true for older adults too. Reading a real book lowers your risk of getting Alzheimer's, and it ups your concentration. And reading 20 minutes a day lowers your stress level by 68%. Boom.
Show's done, we're done. And that's enough right there really to do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't have just one style of book. You got,
We have everything. And I'm learning so much from my customers. Sci-fi, I'm not really smart enough for, I tell people. I've read some sci-fi books and I enjoy them.
that doesn't,
but some
that
people,
statement doesn't go along with the IQ thing there.
well, yeah, this is why this is a
Gotta watch
story.
the stories.
But I mean, I have so many customers that come in and recommend books, and I go through catalogs and reading recommendations in the New York Times every week, and I learn so much from other people. So we're building and building and building. Children's books is one of my favorite areas.
You know what I love is as you go through the store, there are little
The yellow
sticky
Post-it
notes.
Yeah, that's become our thing. We started it a couple months ago, and it was actually just me not knowing a lot about IT and didn't want to print anything off.
Right.
But it's a quick little sentence that says, "I love this book. You should read it."
So
know?
it's you and different customers who have written those?
And mostly my staff too. But yeah,
Wow.
any customers around, you have to read this book, and that's how a book that's flying under the radar can explode. And we've had a lot of those.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is.
So let's, and so we have the regular books that we sell. What, the story you were telling me about the books that you have turned in.
Well, we get a lot of people that are like, I have so many books and I can't keep them all, and do you have any room? And we don't really want to get into the used book sales.
Sure.
A lot of people want like $80 for a used Wizard of Oz book that, you know, they've had since they were kids. So I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings about
Right.
that. But we get donated books. We get tons of donated books. And what we do is we sell them, $1 for a paperback and $2 for hardcover. Last month we made $400 and we gave that all to a charity. September 1st, which is today, we are going to start doing another charity. I was conflicted, should we do Harvey or should we do, Note in the Pocket, which is a dear friend of mine who runs it, and it gives clothes to children that don't have any in school.
Wow.
So all that money is going to be split in half and gone to
Wow.
us too.
There's a lot of books in here.
Yeah.
One of your favorites right now.
All of them. But
Yeah.
we last night we spent the night with Leah Weiss, who wrote her first novel at 70. This book is exploding, what I was just talking
Wow.
about. It's so good. It's about a little town in North Carolina, the Appalachian Mountains, in 1970. And she writes with different points of view. So you'll hear Sadie's blues voice, you'll hear her husband who is an ass, and you'll hear different people in the county, in the city's voice, and you understand, and it's so respectfully done of the people in the Appalachian Mountains, and you are just immersed in it. It gives you one of those strangleholds where, oh, I don't want to leave this place. It's so beautiful and well
So,
done.
Leah Weiss, I'm coming after you. We're going to talk about your books on my show, okay?
She is a fireball, and she was here. We were here till about 10 last night.
Wow.
We had 30 people here that came to see her. We served a little wine and a little moonshine. And we do that quite often. You know, we just, we want it to be fun. We want people to come and read books
That's what
and
it's all
talk
about.
about books and things and not other people, you know. We do book clubs here, which are fantastic. For kids, I love listening to like the 2nd and 3rd grade book club. Did you read this book? Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that makes me so happy.
So it's not just a bookstore. It's a place where people can come in, questions.
Mm-hmm. They ask me a million questions.
Yeah.
And I'll have to Google things for them.
Yeah.
But I want that to be like a basic community, because there's so many people there that don't have family here and they've just moved here, and we're such a transverse society now. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but you know, I want to be like, let's make this a home. Let's make this a community. And I grew up in Salem, Mass, and Nathaniel Hawthorne. I worked at the House Seven Gables growing up, and there was such a community that Thoreau and Hawthorne and Melville, and they all got together and they brainstormed, and some of the best books came out of that time period. And then if you go further, you'll see that Fitzgerald and Hemingway were together, and they spawned great books. And I want that to be a place where we can do that here.
It's kind of like iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
You get
exactly.
together and that's really cool.
We make each other better people, not worse. So
Yeah.
even with the girl next door with the dress shop, when she's busy, we're busy, and you know, it's good. Yeah.
I love a quote. I think it was Grant Cardone says, it goes from people saying, why are you doing that, to now, how can I do that?
Yeah.
So good for you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Well, it's not me. This is my village. So, yeah. Yes.
Listen, stop into the store, check it out. Website, you got a website?
We do page158books.com, and you can order books. Usually if they're in our warehouse, we can get it to you the next day, but we have a lot of books here. We have a lot of recommendations, and we do a lot of fun things. A lot of fun things.
Get off the big site stuff and come check it out yourself.
Support your community.
Yeah, pick up a book. You can actually pick up the book.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, you too.
You're awesome.
You are too. Thank you very much for doing this.
Don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
Don't miss the 39th annual Meat in the Street Festival on Saturday, May 4th from 10 to 4 in historic downtown Wake Forest. Visit dozens of arts and crafts booths. Listen to live music all day. Enjoy all kinds of food trucks. Bring the kids to the Children's Village. Marvel at the BMX Stunt Bike Show. And best of all, meet your friends and neighbors at one of the region's premier spring festivals. Presented by the Wake Forest Chamber of Commerce. Are you always digging through a drawer full of tools? Well, now there's a simple solution. The amazing Kelvin 23. With 23 tools in one, you can tackle hundreds of everyday jobs, hang pictures, assemble furniture. You'll never run out of reasons to use your Kelvin 23. Super tough and lightweight. The driver locks at 90 degrees for extra torque, has a powerful magnet for loose screws, and a flashlight. So don't wait. Get your Kelvin 23 now. Call now, and we'll throw in this durable canvas pouch. Only $29.99 for 23 tools in one.
Dr. Tim Weir wants people like you to enjoy life to the fullest, and he has written several books. These down-to-earth, easy-to-read resources will help you love life. For example, You're Not Crazy, An Overcomer's Guide to Fibromyalgia. This book has helped hundreds of people. Or How to Reboot Your Brain When Drugs and Therapy Have Not Worked. This amazing book will help you or a loved one retrain the brain. Wake Up and Dream is a wake-up call so you don't sleep through life. Go to www.drtimweir.com and order your copy today.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Loving Life. I love my guest today, the Chamber of Commerce, White Street Brewery. Listen, here's a group of people who just got the idea of coming up with a beer, and then they put together this whole company around it. Page 158, what a great bookstore. And then we've got the great town of Wake Forest providing some fabulous things for us to do. In fact, there's one thing that you still got time. If you'll get up, take your shower quick, and then head to Wake Forest, because today is Meat in the Street. This is when all kinds of vendors come together. There's things for your kids to do. There's crafts, all kinds of fun stuff. And you know what? That's what it's all about. When you get up in the morning, your feet hit the ground and you say, man, I don't know what this whole day is going to be, but it's going to be good. You know why? Because I love life. So find things around you. Can be any number of things. I don't know, you might cook, you might bake, you might write songs, you might paint pictures, whatever it is. Find things that you love to do, because if you don't, all life is a point somewhere in the future where you're going to die and it's going to be done. I'd rather just spend each day having the time of my life. So join us on Facebook, Instagram. Till next time, keep loving life. Hey, I hope you're owning all kinds of stocks and bonds, and I hope you're enjoying life. Hey, thanks for joining me this week. Now, Jack? Okay.
You're watching Your Life with Dr. Tim Weir. Listen, I'm taking chances for you, so stay tuned, because I'll be right back. I'm okay.